Canada is such a great jurisdiction. I always say to my U.S. subscribers or foreigners that ask me these questions, I say, look to the Canadians because they have the expertise. And with your share structure, I refer to companies in the exploration business that are managed well like yours with such few shares outstanding as greased lightning. Because when you have good news in a good market, the stock can take off very quickly. Some of these companies get too many shares outstanding, and even good news, it's going to take an act of Congress to move the stock, right?
It's hard when if you're looking at a 1 cent move in the stock and you've got a billion shares out, the market cap valuation changed so much that it's hard to move that ship for sure. So with us, it's a very tight, very nice little.
That's a kudos to you that you're keeping a tight share structure.
Well, thanks, Greg.
It's hard to manage, but I know you got to raise money, you got to balance it all out. But.
Yeah, that is the nature of our business. At the end of the day, is we have to keep advancing these projects forward. But as long as we can do that in a responsible manner.
This is really interesting because it's like high grade. You have some high grade there, right?
Yeah, I mean certainly, and especially in the some of the past drilling that's been done, there's several ounce per ton kind of grades, and Nova Scotia historically was this narrow vein underground high grade mining district.
Also the site of like the first gold rush in Canada, and like the thing that really drove it was they were finding these really rich discoveries.
Totally.
Right?
So Goldenville was actually the largest historic producer in Nova Scotia. And
really?
The average production grade from the historic production from about 1860 to 1942 was almost 12 grams, so about a half ounce. So. Or a third of an ounce, sorry. So high grade. But so what we're looking at is trying to put, we can put together a lower grade resource. And in today's mining economy, that still makes sense. And so we don't need 12 grams. We can do, Atlantic's looking at 1.3 grams. Right. So looking at these near surface ounces that were maybe a little bit neglected in the past, and looking at some of these disseminated mineralization styles out there that just didn't move the needle in 1917.
Right. Well, you say lower grade, and yet your existing resource has a grade of just under 5 grams. So lower grade by whose standards?
Well, exactly, right? It's all relative. It's not 12 grams, but it doesn't need to be anymore. And so I think that's it. And looking at these kind of forgotten districts and forgotten resources that we know there's plenty of gold there. So let's build that out, and let's look at what we can do for resource expansion.